Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue working on the Tamiya XV-02 chassis kit, and we're going to be installing the servo today. I'm only going to work on steps 41, 42, 43, and focus just on the preparation and the installation of the servo. So let's take a look at what we're going to need. We need to find this tree right here, and I believe it's a Q. Yeah, Q1, so that's what this tree is for. And then we also need everything in the E parts bag. And we also need all of the electronics. Even though we're only working on the servo, we need all of the electronics, and we also need the receiver to be pre-bind already. We don't need the motor. We just need to make sure we can turn on the servo and have it centered before we install the servo saver, and that's the reason why. So let's go ahead and get this open. All right, let's start right here by putting together the servo saver. First, we need to figure out what kind of servo we have. Meaning, is it 24 tooth or is it 25 tooth? I think this is going to be 25. So let's see. Easiest way to find out is to just set them in there and see which one fits. So it's either going to be Q1 or Q3. So it's going to be either one of those two. Okay, now we need to have the 3 rings ready, and we're going to fit them on here. This is a little bit difficult, but it can be done. We just need to make sure which one is which. I know this one is the biggest. There's no way around this. We just have to spread this open and push it down into it. All right, okay, here we go. It took me another 10 minutes to actually put this together. I just don't have the hand strength to pull this apart. I actually used a pair of needle nose pliers to help me. I don't think it's any. I was just lucky that I got it in there, so it's nothing I can show you, or it's something that's probably easily duplicated. But anyway, so that's done. We need Q5, which should just be that piece right there. Okay, we're gonna need a ball stud, but we also need Q4. And we need to find a screw that will work in my servo. Anyway, let's put this on first, ME7. And that should be that ball stud right there, ME8. The spacer, so should be this. Let me just double check. Yes, it's this blue spacer. And we need the screw, MC1, to come from the back. Let's see if MC1 is one of these. No, that's a little bit shorter. Maybe it's in here. All right, so it turned out the correct screw was in that third bag with these blue wheel nuts right there. So in case you were looking for it. There we go. Twist that on. Okay, there we go. So this is done. We still need to find a screw that will work for my servo. So let's continue that hunt. Yeah, I think it's going to be this one right here. It's just one of the regular screws. It's just that one. So this screw is going to go through Q4 and then Q5 like that, and then then this assembly right here. Okay. And this should go all the way in. Let's see. Okay, it should go all the way in. So the profile is going to look like that. Okay. And now we need to turn on the electronics. I unplugged it. Give me a second. Okay, now we know the servo is centered. Make sure your trim is centered. So I know everything's at 0. So now I'm going to just drop this in here. And try to get the same angle as in the diagram. I think that's going to be pretty close. And this is a hex screw. I didn't see this, but they do ask to put some of the blue Loctite, the gel here. I don't want to take this apart, so I'm just going to leave it. All right, there we go. Okay. And now let's bring in the chassis. Now we're doing the low profile servo installation, so we're going to be right here. And first thing we need to do is to cut another piece of the sponge tape. Probably cut it a little bit too small, but that's okay. All right, we're going to slap this on. Okay, and now I unplug this. We're going to need to push the wire through to the other side, so let's undo this. So it's going to go underneath the propeller shaft. That looks pretty good. So let's see what screws we need. MA2 and these washer spacers. Let's see, MC4. Yep, I think that's it right here. There's plenty of them. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we need 4 of the MA2 screws, which are going to be these. So let's put one in and see what it looks like. So this is what you would do if you were using a low profile like this one. If you were using a standard size servo, you would need to put the A12, 2 pieces of A12 as kind of a riser to be able to fit the standard servo right there. But I think I'm ready to go to the next step. Okay, and now we need to make another turnbuckle. Okay, I'm going to use my locking pliers and also my trusty rod end bit, which helps me hold on to the ends there and turn it. We'll see how this works. Okay, the shaft itself has two sides. I think pretty plain to see. This is a little bit shorter on this side, so this side is going to be righty-tighty, and I think ball ends are just going to be these. That's ready to go, and I'm going to put the locking pliers right here. And just loosen it a little bit. All right, that's not going anywhere. Okay. And this side is going to be lefty-tighty, so I need to spin it the other direction, and we're going to try to get 20.5 millimeter. All right, so let's see where we are. .5. However, the ball ends are not pointed in the correct direction, so I'm just going to get one more turn right there. Let's make sure the servo has no power. So let's go ahead and snap this on here and here. Let's go ahead and do this side first. All right, and then right here. Okay, there we go. Let me plug everything back in, make sure it is still working. Let's see. I think I left it running. There we go. Very cool. And so that's how you install the servo into the XV-02 chassis. We did steps 41 and 42, 43. And we're going to call the video right here. So if you got anything out of it, please drop a like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.